Flat glutes, knee pain, back pain. You're missing this one step if you're over 50. Stop doing squats until you fix this first. You've been doing squats, walking daily, squeezing your glutes at red lights, yet your glutes still look flat. Your knees ache, your lower back hurts, and nothing seems to change. Here's the truth no one tells you after 50. Your glutes aren't weak. They're offline. And until you fix what's shutting them down, no amount of effort will work. Today, I'll show you the smarter, science-backed system that finally turns them back on. If you've been consistent with exercise but still feel stuck, you're not alone. Many adults over 50 follow every piece of advice they're given. They squat, they walk, they stretch, they stay active. Yet their glutes remain flat, weak, or unresponsive. Pain lingers in the lower back and knees. Balance feels off. It's frustrating because effort is there, but results are not. This isn't a motivation problem. It's not laziness. And it's not age catching up with you. The real issue lies deeper, beneath the exercises themselves. Most fitness advice assumes your body works the same way it did decades ago. That assumption is wrong. After 50, the body changes structurally and neurologically. Muscle mass decreases. Joint alignment shifts. Coordination patterns fade. If those changes aren't addressed first, traditional workouts reinforce the wrong muscles. You end up working harder while your glutes stay silent. It feels like pushing a car with the parking brake on. No matter how strong you are, progress stays limited until the brake is released. The biggest misunderstanding is this. People think glutes fail because they're weak. In reality, they fail because they're disconnected. The brain loses its ability to recruit them efficiently. When that happens, other muscles take over. Your lower back compensates. Your knees absorb more stress. Your hips lose stability. The glutes, which should be the engine of movement, get sidelined. And when the engine is off, everything else starts wearing down faster. This is why more squats don't help. This is why glute bridges turn into back exercises. This is why walking alone doesn't rebuild strength. Without restoring the connection between your brain, pelvis, and hips, effort goes into the wrong places. Over time, this creates pain, imbalance, and frustration. Many people blame themselves. They assume they're doing something wrong. But the truth is, no one taught them where strength actually starts. Real strength doesn't start with intensity. It starts with alignment. The pelvis is the foundation of lower body movement. When it's balanced and stable, the glutes activate naturally. When it's misaligned, the glutes shut down as a protective response. Your body chooses stability over strength. It redirects effort to muscles that feel safer, even if they're not meant for the job. That's not failure. That's survival. Pelvic misalignment is incredibly common after 50. Years of sitting, driving, desk work, and limited movement patterns gradually pull the pelvis out of position. One side rotates forward. The other shifts back. The hips lose symmetry. The nervous system adapts to this new normal. Once that happens, even the best exercises won't activate the glutes correctly. They simply reinforce the imbalance that already exists. When the pelvis is misaligned, several warning signs appear. Knees collapse inward during movement. One leg feels weaker than the other. Hip dips become more visible. Lower back tension increases during glute exercises. Balance feels unstable, especially on one leg. These aren't random issues. They're signals that the foundation is off. Ignoring them doesn't make them go away. It just makes them louder over time. Research consistently shows that adults over 50 experience reduced neuromuscular coordination in the hips. That means the brain sends weaker signals to stabilizing muscles like the glute medius and minimums. These muscles don't shrink first. They disconnect first. When they're offline, the pelvis loses control. Once control is lost, strength can't be expressed safely or effectively. This is why effort alone fails to produce results. Traditional glute workouts often make this worse. High-rep squats, lunges, and step-ups demand stability the body no longer has. Instead of fixing the issue, they force compensation. The stronger muscles take over. The weaker stabilizers stay quiet. Over time, the movement pattern becomes more ingrained. Pain increases. Progress stalls. Many people quit, believing exercise just isn't for them anymore. But your body isn't broken. It's adaptive. It responds to the signals it receives. If the signal is chaos, it chooses protection. If the signal is clarity, it rebuilds strength. The key is giving your body the right sequence. Not harder exercises. Smarter ones. Ones that restore control before demanding power. That's where real change begins. This is why this approach is different. Instead of pushing intensity, it restores communication. Instead of chasing burn, it rebuilds control. Instead of forcing movement, it teaches the body how to move again. The goal isn't to exhaust you. The goal is to wake up what's been dormant. Once the foundation is restored, strength returns naturally. The system you're about to learn follows a simple 3-step order. First, reset the connection between your brain and glutes. Second, stabilize the pelvis so the connection holds. Third, build strength in a way that supports real-life movement. Each step builds on the last. Skip one, and the system collapses. Follow the order, and results compound quickly. We start with the reset phase because nothing else works without it. You don't strengthen a muscle you can't feel. You don't stabilize a joint you can't control. Resetting isn't stretching, it's not warming up. It's re-educating the nervous system so the right muscles come back online. This is where most programs fail and where this one succeeds. Many people are surprised when they don't feel a burn during this phase. That's normal. You're not chasing fatigue. You're restoring awareness. Think of it like fixing the wiring before turning the power back on. The change happens quietly at first. Balance improves. Movement feels smoother. Pain decreases. Then, strength starts showing up where it should have been all along. Now that you understand why your glutes stopped responding, it's time to fix it the smart way. Not by pushing harder, not by doing more reps, but by restoring what was lost first: connection and control. This phase is where everything changes. When your glutes reconnect properly, your body stops compensating. Pain begins to ease, movement feels smoother, and strength finally starts showing up where it belongs. This isn't about sweating, it's about rewiring how your body moves. Before any real strength work can happen, your nervous system must recognize your glutes again. Over time, inactivity, sitting, and poor alignment dull the brain's signal to these muscles. They don't disappear. They go quiet. Resetting wakes them up. Think of it like restoring a dropped phone call. Until the signal is clear, nothing productive can happen. This is the step most programs skip, and it's why so many people fail despite consistent effort. Step 1 is the reset phase. This phase doesn't stretch muscles or exhaust them. It reintroduces patterns your body has forgotten. It gently places the pelvis in a position where the glutes can fire naturally. When done correctly, it reduces tension in the lower back and hips almost immediately. Many people notice improved balance within days. That's how powerful proper reset work can be when it's done with intention. The movement used here is called the rock back with crossover position. It looks simple, but it's highly effective for mature bodies. This position introduces controlled internal rotation at the hip, something most people lose after decades of forward-only movement. That rotation is key because it activates the glute medius, a deep stabilizing muscle responsible for pelvic balance, posture, and knee alignment. To begin, start on all fours in a tabletop position. Hands should be directly under your shoulders. Knees under your hips. Keep your spine neutral, not arched or rounded. From here, gently cross one ankle over the opposite calf. Don't force it. This position sets the pelvis into a corrective alignment that allows dormant muscles to re-engage safely. Once you're set, inhale through your nose. As you exhale slowly, rock your hips back toward your heels. Keep your chest open and your spine neutral the entire time. Don't rush. The movement should feel controlled and smooth. When you reach the end range, pause briefly, then return to the starting position. That's 1 repetition. Perform 30 slow reps per side. Breathing is critical here. Long exhales help calm the nervous system and improve muscle activation. This isn't about forcing contraction. It's about allowing the glutes to rejoin the movement naturally. Most people won't feel a burn. That's normal. What you may feel instead is improved awareness in your hips and reduced tension in your lower back. That's how you know it's working. Common mistakes include moving too fast, collapsing the chest, or holding the breath. These errors turn a reset movement into just another exercise. The goal is precision, not effort. Think slow, controlled, and intentional. This reset can be done once or twice daily, especially if you sit for long periods. It's safe, effective, and restorative. Once the signal is restored, the next step is to keep it from disappearing again. That's where stabilization comes in. Stability is what allows your body to maintain alignment under load and during movement. Without it, Even activated glutes will shut down again under stress. Stabilization teaches your body to hold its structure while moving, which is essential for injury prevention after 50. The movement used for stabilization is the side plank with leg lift. This exercise targets the glute medius and deep core muscles simultaneously. It trains the body to resist collapse while controlling movement. This is crucial for balance, posture, and fall prevention. Weak lateral hip strength has been directly linked to increased fall risk in older adults, making this movement especially valuable. To perform the side plank, lie on your side with your elbow directly under your shoulder. Your legs should be extended, with the top foot slightly in front of the bottom foot for balance. Lightly engage your core before lifting. Press your forearm and outer foot into the floor and lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to ankles. Once stable, slowly lift your top leg about 30 to 45 degrees. Pause for a few seconds at the top while maintaining perfect alignment. Then lower the leg slowly with control. Each repetition should be deliberate. Perform 5 to 8 reps per side, holding each lift for several seconds. Quality matters more than quantity here. If the full version feels too challenging, bend your knees and perform the movement from that position. You'll still activate the correct muscles while building strength safely. Progress happens when form is solid, not when reps are rushed. This movement trains your body to stay upright and stable, even when one side is doing more work than the other. Pay attention to what you feel. The bottom glute should be working to keep you lifted. The top glute should engage during the leg lift. You should not feel strain in your lower back or neck. If you do, reset your position and slow down. Stabilization work is subtle but powerful when done correctly. At this point, your foundation has been restored. Your glutes are communicating again. Your pelvis is stable. Your body finally understands how to move without compensating. Now comes the final step, building strength that actually lasts. This is not about chasing soreness or lifting heavy. It's about reinforcing movement patterns that support your daily life. When strength is built on alignment and control, it doesn't fade quickly. It carries over into walking, bending, lifting, and staying balanced as you age. Most strength training fails after 50 because it ignores how the body interacts with gravity. Real life rarely happens on 2 feet evenly planted. You step, reach, twist, and balance on one leg constantly. If your training doesn't reflect that reality, it won't protect you from injury or instability. That's why the final movement in this system focuses on single leg strength with support. It builds power while respecting the body's current needs. The movement is the supported single leg Romanian deadlift, often called the RDL. When done correctly and in the right sequence, it's one of the most effective glute exercises available. It targets all 3 glute muscles while training balance, coordination, and hip control. Unlike squats, it doesn't compress the spine. Unlike lunges, it doesn't demand excessive knee stress. It's strength that works with your body, not against it. To begin, stand next to a chair, wall, or countertop. Light fingertip support is enough. Shift your weight onto one leg and soften the knee slightly. Your foot should feel rooted into the ground. Extend the opposite leg straight behind you as a counterbalance. Keep your posture tall and your gaze slightly forward. This setup alone already activates stabilizing muscles that most exercises miss. From this position, hinge forward at the hips. Push your hips back rather than bending at the waist. Your spine should stay long and neutral throughout the movement. As your torso lowers, your back leg naturally lifts. Go only as far as you can while maintaining control and alignment. There's no prize for going lower. Quality always matters more than depth. Pause briefly at the bottom of the movement. Then press through your standing foot and squeeze your glutes to return to an upright position. Move slowly and deliberately. Avoid momentum. Perform 8 to 10 controlled repetitions per side. 2 to 3 sets is enough. This is not about exhaustion. It's about reinforcing strength that feels solid and confident. You should feel a gentle stretch in the hamstrings and a strong contraction in the glutes as you stand up. You should not feel strain in your lower back. If you do, reduce your range of motion and slow down. The supported single leg RDL teaches your body how to generate force safely while staying balanced. Over time, it dramatically improves posture, coordination, and confidence in movement. Once you've learned all 3 steps, the system becomes simple to follow. You don't need long workouts. You don't need fancy equipment. You need consistency. 15 to 20 minutes a day is enough when movements are done correctly. On reset-focused days, prioritize the rock-back movement and stabilization. On strength-focused days, combine the reset with the single-leg RDL. A simple weekly structure works well. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, focus on resetting and stabilizing. On Tuesday and Thursday, reset and strengthen. On weekends, keep movement light with walking and gentle stretching. The goal is not intensity, it's rhythm. Your body responds best when it feels safe and supported, not overwhelmed. Even the best exercises won't work if daily habits constantly pull your body out of alignment. Long periods of sitting without breaks, crossing your legs, carrying bags on one shoulder, wearing unsupportive shoes, and sleeping without hip support all contribute to pelvic imbalance. These habits slowly undo progress if left unchecked. Awareness is the first step to change. Introduce variety into your movement. Stand up regularly. Walk sideways occasionally. Rotate your torso gently during the day. Switch carrying sides. These small adjustments signal your nervous system to stay adaptable. Your body adapts to how you live more than how you exercise. When daily life supports alignment, workouts become far more effective. It's important to understand that progress looks different for everyone. Some people notice reduced pain first. Others feel stronger balance. Some see visible changes in muscle tone over time. None of these outcomes are wrong. What matters is that your body is moving with more control and less strain. That's the real marker of success after 50. This system isn't about turning back the clock. It's about working with your body as it is today. Strength after 50 isn't about competing with your younger self. It's about building resilience, confidence, and independence for the years ahead. When your glutes work properly, everything else moves better. That's not cosmetic. That's functional freedom. Your glutes were never broken. They were simply waiting for the right sequence, the right signals, and the right respect for how your body has changed. When you reset first, stabilize second, and strengthen last, progress stops feeling like a fight. It starts feeling natural. That's how sustainable fitness works at this stage of life. Stay consistent. Stay patient. Trust the process. Small, smart steps compound quickly when they're built on alignment and control. You don't need to rush. You don't need to prove anything. You're building strength that supports you every single day, and that's what truly matters. This video is for educational purposes only and is not intended to replace medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult with a qualified healthcare professional before starting any new exercise program, especially if you have existing medical conditions, joint pain, or mobility limitations. Every body is different. Move within your limits, avoid pushing through pain, and prioritize safety at all times. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you understand your body better and move with more confidence, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. In the next video, we'll break down how to fix knee pain and balance issues by strengthening the hips the right way after 50. Stay consistent, stay aligned, and I'll see you in the next one.